Hey guys, Dan and Dave here from TheGamerShelter, and we're going to be talking about Battlefield 4. It's been out a week now, and as everyone on our channel knows, we're big Battlefield fans. I mean, Dave's probably never played it before, but we're pretty big we're pretty big fans of the game. And Dave, how did this video go last time we tried to do it?
Well, it went okay, and we rambled on a bit, but some fucking jackass forgot to record his voice. So, it would have been 20 minutes of listening to me.
Yeah.
Completely
and no one
context.
wants to do that. I mean,
oh,
no
well,
one
fuck
wants
you.
To do that. But anyway, so take two here. So, game's been out a week. Let's talk about our week one impressions of the game, everything we think about it. Dave, Battlefield 4, what do you think?
Piece of shit, I'm done.
Okay.
Nah.
So
it definitely has problems, like, the rubber banding, the servers crashing, which they have fixed a little bit, It's problems that I feel like shouldn't be there, considering they were already there in Battlefield 3 on day one. It feels like it should be stuff that was already fixed. And the game does play, when it plays well, it probably is more fun than Battlefield 3. But there's just, it's that tweak. It's like every game gets released and there's always problems, It always takes a while to get it fixed properly in patches and stuff like that. So eventually I'm sure it will be a great game, but right now it's hit and miss for me. Some days it's good, other days it's not.
yeah, which seems to be the staple of first-person shooters nowadays. It's a big problem they're having. And like what David was saying with better in Battlefield 3, like I said yesterday, and I stick by it. This game has a lot of problems with rubber banding. Hit detection's a big one. Sometimes, like Dave said, game crashing that they've been working on. But the thing with this game, the big thing for me is these problems wouldn't be as annoying if Battlefield 3 had never existed. But the thing is, Battlefield 3 came out and it had all these problems, and then 2 years later, Battlefield 4 came out and it had all these problems. And it's like, why? Like, one of the little ones is the sound glitch, right? Where if you're playing a big Conquest game, all of a sudden you'll lose all your audio, and like all you'll hear is your footsteps. And
it just seems very lazy.
It's like, why is this still here? It's just a sound glitch. Like, I just,
if you fixed it once already, why is it back? Like, you've already had this problem. It exists. It wasn't in the beta. What did you do? It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, but overall, there's a lot of annoying problems, but I am really liking the game so far. And we'll go into some, the major aspects. Like, the easiest one to hop into immediately is, like, all the maps, right? This one came with 10 vanilla maps. Vanilla means the maps that the game comes with on release. And it took me a long time to learn that, okay? But this one comes with 10 maps. Battlefield 3 did not, I don't believe. But the thing with me on this is we'll list them off in a second. I just wanted to say this one has a much higher like to hate ratio on the maps to me.
There's no amazing maps like seeing Cross and Grand Bazaar, but the majority of them are playable.
Yeah,
I felt like day one Battlefield 3 maps, Tehran Highway, terrible. There was a lot of maps that was just like, oh, come on, this map again, on Battlefield 3 day one. Doesn't seem to have that same effect in Battlefield 4.
Yeah, it just seems like even though there aren't too many great ones, they're all good. And that's, I mean, not all, but they're mostly good. And that's a good thing. I'm liking it a lot more. So Dave, what's your favorite map for the people out there? You can list two if you want to, you really like.
I'm probably going to go Flood Zone for Conquest, and then for Obliteration, and Defuse, and I haven't played Rush on it yet, but I imagine it will be good. I'm going to go Operation Locker.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I have not played Operation Locker in any of those modes yet.
I despise Operation Locker. Oh, yeah, you did too.
I did.
Yeah, I despise Operation Locker on Conquest, though. It's like fucking Metro 2.0, and I hated Metro, so.
Yeah, which, it's the shitty thing, because guys, it's a terrible
Everyone
map
loves it.
on Conquest, but guess what? 24/7 Operation Locker servers, it's bad, guys. You can't keep supporting bad maps. But, so if I had to name favorites, it's honestly, there's so many good ones, which is a great thing. It's hard to pick, but I mean, I'm probably going to go with Flood Zone for my favorite. I've played almost every mode on it, and I've liked it on every mode, and that's awesome. That's not very often in video games that you can get that, but Flood Zone's an amazing map. And I love Hainan Resort, however you say that, the one with the big hotel in the middle. Great map. I like a lot of them. Like, honestly,
Road Transmission's another great one.
Road Transmit, Dawnbreaker is a good one.
Yeah.
Even Zavod is pretty good. I haven't loved it yet, but it's pretty good.
I do like Zavod, yeah. It's fun.
Honestly, the only maps I don't really like is the railway one, just because to me it feels like tank superiority. on that map. Like it's a ridiculously huge. You have to be engineer, have to be in a vehicle map, and I don't like that. I like the balance. Like Flood Zone has a beautiful balance of infantry and vehicle.
Yeah,
But,
it's like road transmission as well. It's very, very vehicle and infantry friendly.
yeah, which that's what makes the best maps.
Yeah.
And then like
Like
Dam
the-
whispered a second ago, the Dam one, Lang Quang Dam, however you say that. Not a big fan. I like being commander on it, but other than that, not a big fan. And then Operation Locker on Conquest is just fucking terrible. But
Maybe with less players would be better, but it just turns into
that's
bottlenecks,
possible.
and
Yeah,
it's
like
just-
a 32-man even.
Yeah, maybe, but I just feel like it's just, they were going for just bottleneck, absolute chaos map.
Yeah.
There was no real fairness in designing the map.
Yeah, because people liked Metro, so they're like, hey, let's make another version. It's what
Honestly,
they do.
I probably like it more than Metro. I'll be honest.
I agree.
Because there is more ways around on it.
At
than
least
Metro.
so far.
You can go on the cliff. There's, you can go left or right, kind of underneath. You can go straight and underneath. You can kind of go above. There is multiple different ways around, but like they even put light machine guns sitting
Watching the
there
doorways.
watching the doorways. It's like, come on, come on.
Fucking terrible placement. But I mean, yeah, map-wise, it's looking good. I'm liking it. For game modes, unfortunately, we haven't played enough Rush yet to really talk to you guys about it. So anyone who wants to hear about Rush, give us some more time. We'll just release some Rush videos probably and talk about it. But first of all, main one, Conquest. Dave, you like it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's Battlefield, it's Conquest, it's the same as we've always been. It's all we've always known. It's fun to play. It's always that. Just that's where all your Battlefield moments are gonna happen.
And it, like Dave said, it's Conquest. That's why, although we haven't really got anything on Rush yet, it's Rush. Like, we're not really... Conquest and Rush are those two maps where it's like, you know what you're getting into when you play it. I love Conquest. Dave loves Rush, at least he used to. So, we'll play them, and I'm sure we'll like them. So next is Domination, which is like the newer version of Conquest Domination, but a highly improved version. Dave, you want to talk about Domination?
It's definitely a lot better improved. It doesn't seem like you're like I felt like when in BF3 Domination you were chasing each other around the map after the flags. This one, the maps seem to be bigger, and it seems like there's actually fights over the flags now. It's not, and I feel like it doesn't capture as fast either. I don't know if that's just me.
I got that feeling too. Yeah.
I feel like you actually have to be on the flag a little bit longer, which makes the fight for it a little bit harder. Because if you're just on it for a second and you're off it, you don't have to defend it. You're literally on it for a second and you're gone.
That's also what causes the ring around the Rosie. It's just you capture it so fast and run on. So I'm glad that they upped it a little
Definitely,
bit.
Domination is a lot more fun than Battlefield 3 Domination. Like, I despised it in Battlefield 3, but this one, if I was on a server and I changed to it, I wouldn't leave. I'd probably play it. I wouldn't, be my first choice, but it's a lot better.
And the biggest thing, I think, another thing is there's just great flank routes on them. They're really good. And I think the biggest thing for these, like a lot of these game modes we're going to list off, is it goes back to map design. The map design is just a lot better here, and like when you play a Domination map, it's just part of the big Conquest map, but it's perfect for Domination. It's like they picked it perfectly, and it plays really well. And that actually goes into the next game mode too. Next is Diffuse, which for anyone that doesn't know, hasn't played it yet, it's pretty much search and destroy. If you've played that before, it's you get one life, one team's planting a bomb, one team's defending a bomb. There's two places you can plant. And I think you can be revived once. We haven't really looked too into it yet, but from everything we've played, it seems like each person can be revived once, which is awesome. The fact that Battlefield, first of all, props for them being able to bring search and destroy into Battlefield, and do
and it actually
job.
feels I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, when we played it the first time for the other night, I was hesitant about playing it because it's search and destroy. It doesn't suit Battlefield style. That's what I thought. Well, after playing it, I was like, yeah, let's keep playing. I was even doing bad. I was having hit detection problems and stuff. And I was like, I still want to play because it's just got that, that. How do you describe it, Dan? That just intense one life, no respawn.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just that.
Yeah, it's like heart beating when there's you're like the last one left. They really nailed it.
As a matter of fact, in our video we uploaded of it, you hear after the first or second round, Dave goes, "I found my new favorite game mode." It has that feeling. They did such a great job with the flank routes, and it feels like search and destroy, but in a Battlefield environment. And
yeah, because they made the maps very big, like Battlefield, and there's no stupid time limit. I know I kind of guess, for in COD or whatever, it's like kind of, oh, but for Battlefield, there's not, because it feels like, it either has to everyone die or, the bomb has to be planted. There's no, oh, time's just going to run out.
Yeah.
Which is, it just feels like a real Battlefield kind of thing to do.
Which could cause problems down the road if it's.
Oh,
like,
yeah, because you'll get some faggot camping, but,
yeah, or, an AFK guy, and you're like, what the fuck, and that could cause problems eventually. But, so far, I like it. I like what they're doing. Next, I haven't really played too much of it, so Dave's really going to have to talk about this. But, Dave, you've been playing Obliteration a little bit lately. I only played it once. I liked it, but I only played it once. So, Dave, you can talk about Obliteration a little bit.
Yeah, I've been liking Obliteration. It's, like I said when we tried to record this the first time, it can be hit or miss. It depends on who you're playing with and how good your team is. Because it can be very frustrating trying to do it all by yourself if you're the only one playing the objective.
Yeah, I mean, because when you pick up that bomb, you are now the guy to kill. Like,
everyone chases you, But, like, on the bigger maps, it's a lot harder if you don't have someone with a vehicle there to help you out. Because, you have to bring the bomb a long distance. And, there's going to be vehicles and helicopters and people shooting at you and snipers. So you're not going to do it by yourself. But I played it on Operation Locker for the first time today. And it's because it's only infantry. It was fucking amazing having like 3 guys moving up with the bomb, and it's like mowing guys down trying to work your way to the objective because there's no vehicles to, get in the way or everything. It was literally just gunplay. And I felt really good. But the game mode in general is a lot of fun. You just need good teamwork.
I actually had a quick question because I'm interested and because there's probably some people out there wondering, is the Obliteration map size Conquest size?
As far as I can tell, it is.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I just wanted to clear that up. Also, I wanted to mention something because I forgot. I forgot last time too. For Diffuse, we played Operation Locker on it, and it's fucking amazing. That map is great for Diffuse. I just wanted to point that out.
That map is terrible for Conquest, but it's great. And I haven't played it on Rush, but I imagine it's good on Rush. It's great on Obliteration, and it's brilliant on Diffuse.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that for you guys out there. So we don't want to go on too much longer. We just have a couple little things we wanted to mention that we like and don't like about it. I'm going to have some Battlefield 2 references, because that's what I do. Dave, don't you just love that RCB boat?
I fucking hate that thing, dude. It's so overpowered. It's just so good against everything. It's good against infantry, land vehicles, helicopters. It can take on everything. It's just like, what were you thinking? And they put so many of them on the map sometimes. Like Parcel Storm, there's like 5 at a time. Like I was playing the other day and there was 3 enemy attack boats near me. I was like, what am I supposed to do? I was just like, get up, walk away from the keyboard. Just walk away from the keyboard. It's like, I'll be back in 10 minutes when this round's over.
Yeah, they're really badly overpowered. We don't want to go too in depth into it. I'm sure you'll hear us in our fucking gameplays. We're just complaining. We do not like those things.
I love when I'm in them, but
Oh well, clearly. Another thing that gets me is you get that little squad bro bar above your squad that you work up by listening to your commander and by getting squad points and stuff. And DICE talked about before they released Battlefield 4 that if you got squad wiped, meaning everyone in your squad died, you would lose a bar of that. And I loved that system. I liked that. It was like, come on, stay alive. Play good. It was really a good push for that. But now, when you get squad wiped, you lose the entire bar, and it almost makes the bar useless. Because I mean, you're gonna get your whole squad's gonna get killed sometimes. Especially if Dave and I hop in a server and it's just us 2 in a squad, we're both gonna die.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That's gonna happen.
And another thing is, well, I feel like it doesn't fill up that often. It's like I do stuff with my squad mates, and it like goes up like a millimeter. It's very hard to build it up. I thought, unless your commander, I'm pretty sure the commander can do something to help your squad up.
He can promote you, and when he promotes your squad, it automatically gives you one of those bars.
Okay.
Still though, that's almost like relying on the commander for that, and it's like Dave said, you fill it up really slow. So when you get that thing all full, you're like, holy shit, we're doing good. And then when all of you die, you lose all of it. And I mean, seriously, from past experience in this, it pretty much feels like you only have the first squad perk 24/7. Like you're just like, well, I guess I have sprint now. Like
that's pretty much it.
It's a bit of a problem, but I'll talk about a couple things I do like really quick. First of all, I love commander mode. I know Dave isn't really liking it. He said something fucking hilarious last time we tried this video. He was like, never been so bored in my life.
Puts me asleep.
Yeah, which is too bad, but I understand it. You need that kind of tactical, be able to just sit back and right-click kind of thing. And
yeah, well, it would be different if it was like, more involved, but I'm just like, oh, right-click UAV, right-click counter UAV, right-click UAV, right-click sector scan, right-click counter UAV.
Shut up.
That's it. That's the whole thing. It's like, there's no, because no one listens to you. No one, you're just like, okay, I need you over here. Fuck off.
Fuck off.
You know, that's what it feels like.
I can tell you that when you get a good commander that actually talks to you, or when you're a commander and you get good squads that talk to you, it is one of the funnest things ever. Like talking back and forth. Okay, we're gonna move up here. Oh, you need a supply drop. Like it's really awesome. The thing for me that I don't like about it is in Battlefield 2 you were able to spot people on the map. Like if you zoomed all the way in and you saw an enemy like on a building or something, you could spot him for your teammates. You could spot people individually. And I really do wish that came back. I know Dave has talked a little bit how it sounds like it might be a little overpowered in this game. And I can see where it's a back and forth, but I really like that system, the commander being able to zoom in, and it gives the commander something else to do than just right-clicking. He can actually zoom in on the map and look around and be like, oh, you're about to get flanked, and spot an enemy for him around a building. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I wish that was somehow put into this.
Yeah, it would be cool, but you know, sometimes it depends on how good the commander is, I suppose, as well, if it would be overpowered. But another thing I didn't like, you know, it's that when DICE were, you know, kind of advertising commander mode, they kind of, I suppose they kind of did more spectator mode is what they meant this, but like from what they described commander mode, I thought I could click on any soldier on the battlefield and see what he's seeing.
Yeah.
But it's not that. As far as I can tell, it's not that.
I'm actually really glad you brought that up, because it's not. As commander, you can only click on squad leaders and watch.
Yeah, and that bugs me, because
that bugs me too.
Yeah, it's like I want to be able to see every single soldier on the battlefield and see what he's seeing.
Yeah, it annoys me, but I think they're doing that just because they really want to, you know, hype the whole commander squad leader relationship. You know, you need to be talking to your squad leaders, not just anyone. You know, I guess that's what they're trying to do, but I'm the same. I really wish you could click on all the soldiers, but I guess that's a spectator mode thing that we were all kind of tricked with. Two more things really quick is, first of all, there's a test range in it now. I won't go too in-depth on it. Last time I explained it, it was really, really long. But basically, you go into a test range, and it looks like you're on one of the islands in Paracel Storm. It might not be that, but that's what it looks like. And there's basically just all the vehicles laid out for you that you can get in and test out, you know, how much damage they do and everything. And then there's just those little, how did I forget this again? Targets. I'll just call them targets. There's like little targets, like white silhouettes of people all over the map behind cover and in different ranges, and you can test out guns on it. It's just a really cool thing. I'm glad they put that in. I wish
and you can fly helicopters in there, so you know, no excuses.
Exactly. Helicopters and jets now,
which is something we wanted.
Fucking do it. Stop ruining games and just go in there and figure it out. And then the last thing, it's nothing major at all, but the assignment system in Battlefield 4 is massively improved over Battlefield 3. They're harder to get, they look cooler. It's very much like the Battlefield 2 assignment system, or it was actually a medal system in that game, but it's just very similar, and I like how they finally made that better and actually matter, and not just like, oh, look at these 2D gray dog tags that you collect. But anyway, that's enough for a week's worth of impressions, I guess. We'll have more videos out eventually, obviously. I am working on a commander mode kind of tutorial right now for anyone that's interested. Let us know. But anyway, Dave, you got anything else you want to say about how you hate the game?
Yeah, it's just a piece of shit, and they better fix it, or I won't money back. Nah, I'm sure they'll get around to it. You know, Battlefield 3 wasn't perfect when it launched, and now look how well it runs now. So I'm sure they'll fix their problems.
It's true, and if it works, it's a fantastic game. Like when it works. So looking forward to it. But you know, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.